Hello students, how are you? I hope your exam was good. Your papers were easy, isn't it? Today I am here with new chapter number 4, Practical Geometry, where we will learn how to construct different types of quadrilaterals. For this, you need to be clear with different types of quadrilaterals and their properties that we have done in the previous chapter. So let's begin with first session of Standard 8.
Chapter 4 Practical Geometry. Here, in this chapter, we are going to learn how to construct quadrilaterals. So, first, we will discuss elements of quadrilateral that we have already done in the previous chapter. So, let's recall the same. Any quadrilateral has 10 elements, 4 sides, 4 angles, and 2 diagonals. So this elements and measurements of these elements we are going to use for construction of quadrilateral. 5 features can determine a quadrilateral uniquely. Out of that, first one is its 4 sides and 1 diagonal are given. So here we are going to discuss 5 different situations where we are given any different parts or any different features of the quadrilateral which we will be using for construction. So first case is we can construct any quadrilateral uniquely if we are given measurements of 4 sides and 1 diagonal. Next, we can also construct a quadrilateral uniquely if 3 sides and 2 included angles are given. So here you can see in this diagram 3 sides and 2 included angles means the angles which are lying between the sides which are known. Here this side is not known to us, and if this angle is given to us, then we cannot construct. The 3 sides must be known and 2 angles which are lying between the 2 known sides are given, then only we can construct a quadrilateral. Third, its 2 adjacent sides and 3 angles are given. So in this case, 3 measurements of 3 angles will be known to you and measurements of 2 adjacent sides will be given to you so that we can construct a quadrilateral. Fourth case where 3 sides and 2 diagonals are given. So here you will be provided with lengths of 3 sides, any 3 sides and both the diagonals. And fifth case, other special properties are known. So sometimes it may be possible that only length of the diagonal is given or just one side is given and you are just given that it is you have to construct a square or a rhombus or a parallelogram or a rectangle. So we know the special properties of this quadrilaterals, and using that properties we will be constructing this special quadrilaterals like rectangle, square, rhombus or a parallelogram. So let's start with the constructions.
Starting with exercise 4.1, question number 2, where we have to construct a quadrilateral JUMP. So quadrilateral jump we have to construct. For that we are given the measurements. JU is equal to 3.5 centimeter, UM is equal to 4 centimeter, MP is equal to 5 centimeter, PJ is equal to 4.5 centimeter and PU is equal to 6.5 centimeter. So here you can see we are given four sides, that is JU, UM, MP and PJ. These four sides we are given, and this last one PU we are given, which is a diagonal. So this is the construction where we have four sides and one diagonal. So out of the different elements of any quadrilateral, here five elements are known to us. Measurement of five elements are known to us. So let's start with the construction. First we will start with any of the side. Here we can start with JU also, or we can start with PM also. First we will construct any one of the triangle. Either we'll construct a triangle JUP, or we can construct a triangle UMP. Here I am starting with JU, which is 3.5 centimeter. So this diagram is the rough one. Now we will be proceeding with the new diagram, which is the fair one. So here, starting with the new diagram, here I'll draw a line segment with measurement of 3.5 centimeter. So this is our first line segment of 3.5 centimeter, that I will name it as J U, and the measurement is 3.5 centimeter. Next is this JU we are done with. So now we have to go for JP, which is 4.5 centimeter. So for that JP we will take the radius of 4.5 centimeter. It is, so here is 4.5 centimeter. So from J to P we have to show. So we'll take J as the center and we'll draw an arc with the radius 4.5 centimeter. Next we have to take another radius, that is 6.5 centimeter, because PU we are given is 6.5 centimeter. So taking 6.5 centimeter on the scale, this is 6.5 centimeter radius. So now this measurement is 6.5 centimeter. Now we have to draw PU or UP. Because point P is not known to us, we'll take U as the center and we'll draw an arc which will cut the previous arc at some point. And this point of intersection we will name it as P. So now we will draw line segment JP and UP, and we will also write the measurements again. This JP is 4.5 centimeter and UP is 6 6.5 centimeter. So now we are done with, you can see we are done with this triangle. This triangle we have completed. Now we are left with this UMP. For that, first we will draw this PM, or we can also start with UM. So any of the radius you can take. I am taking 4 centimeter radius. So here is my, you can see, here is my 4 centimeter radius. Okay, so now from U, because we have to draw UM, from U we will draw an arc with the radius of 4 centimeter. And next we have to draw PM, so we'll take the measurement of 5 centimeter. This is my 5 centimeter radius. So now from P I'll draw another arc which will cut the previous one at some point, and this point I will name it as M. So next step is joining M to U, and last one is from P to M, and this UM is 4 centimeter and this PM is 5 centimeter. So students, here you can see this JUMP jump is the required quadrilateral. Next, we have to draw a parallelogram more. The name of the parallelogram is more, where we are given the measurements OR is equal to 6 centimeter, RE is equal to 4.5 centimeter, EO we are given is 7.5 centimeter. Now here we are given only 3 measurements. These two OR and RE are adjacent sides and EO is the diagonal. But in order to draw a parallelogram we need more measurements, but you know the property of the parallelogram is the measurement of opposite sides are equal. So in all, indirectly we are given 5 measurements. So here is the rough diagram where ME is also 6 centimeter because OR is 6 centimeter, and MO is also 4.5 centimeter because RE is also 4.5 centimeter, and this diagonal OE we are already given, that is 7.5 centimeter. So now again, starting with any of the side, we can start with ME, we can start with OR, or we can also start with MO or RE. Here I am starting with OR, where first we will construct this triangle ORE. So first we'll draw OR, which is 6 centimeter. OR is 6 centimeter. So now we will name it as, this line segment is OR of 6 centimeter. Next we have to draw this side 4.5 centimeter. We need to take the radius of 4.5 centimeter. So I am measuring
4.5 centimeter over here. This is my 4.5 centimeter. So now taking R as center, I'll draw an arc. From R, I'll draw an arc with 4.5 centimeter. Next, we have to draw this 7.5 centimeter. So I'll take the measurement of 7.5 centimeter. It is a little bit. So yes, this you can see, this is my 7.5 centimeter. So now from O, I'll draw an arc with 7.5 centimeter. Here you can see my both arcs are not intersecting. So again what I will do is, I'll take the previous measurement again, that is of 4.5 centimeter, and I'll extend this arc so that both will intersect. And we'll name it as point E. Next step is joining ER and EO. So this is 7.5 centimeter and this is 4.5 centimeter. So we are done with construction of one triangle ORE, or you can name it ERO, or you can also name it EOR. Now we have to go for this one MOE. For that, again we will take a radius of 6 centimeter. Now for taking radius of 6 centimeter, you can use the scale. Also you can directly take from here, because this we have already drawn over here with 6 centimeter. This is the easier one, where we have already done with 6 centimeter. So this is my 6 centimeter radius. Now taking E as center, I'll draw an arc over here. Next measurement I need is 4.5 centimeter, which again I'll take from here only. This is 4.5 centimeter. Whenever we have to construct this parallelogram and rectangle and square and all, where the sides, measurement of sides are same, it becomes easier. So this point of intersection we will name it as M. Next step is joining MO and ME. So this is also, we'll write measurements also over here. This is also 4.5 centimeter and this ME also 6 centimeter. So this MORE, mode parallelogram. This is the fair diagram, construction of mode parallelogram. Exercise 4.2, question 3. Here we have to construct a rhombus band BEND. The measurements we are given is BN is equal to 5.6 centimeter and DE is equal to 6.5 centimeter. Here we are given measurements only of two diagonals. We are not given any size. So here we have to use the property of a rhombus, that the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. Using this property, we will construct a rhombus band, because we don't know the measurement of the side. So starting with diagonal DE, which is 6.5 centimeter. So here
will draw a line segment of 6.5 centimeter length and will name it as D E 6.5 centimeter. Next, as I said, the diagonals of a rhombus, they are perpendicular to each other and they also bisect each other. So first we will draw a perpendicular line segment to DE. For that we will take any radius which must be greater than half of 6.5. So approximately you can see that this is the midpoint. We don't need to take the exact midpoint. We can take the measurement approximate and then we have to take a little more than half. So I am extending the point and this is radius more than half of 6.5 centimeter. So now I will draw an arc on both the sides of DE, taking D as center. Same way, taking E as center, I'll draw two arcs on both the sides which will cut the previous arcs at some point. Now I will join these 2 points and I will extend this line so this is our perpendicular line to DE. Now we have to draw 5.6 centimeter and as I said the diagonals are bisectors also. So this point of intersection, suppose if we name it as O over here also and over here also, then this BO will be half of 5.6. So half of 5.6 is equal to 5.6 upon 2 is equal to 2.8 centimeter. So now we will take the radius of 2.8 centimeter. So this is from 0, I will take 2.8 centimeter and from this point, center point O, I'll draw arcs on both the sides. So this is 2.8 centimeter. So now I will join this points and we will get our rhombus band. So here this is, we will name it. So this is DE. Here we will write B and this is N. So this is the required rhombus DEND band with 6.5 centimeter diagonal and another diagonal is 5.6 centimeter.
So students, before ending our session, I will give you some tips for mastering the math. The first one is keep trying, never give up. Albert Einstein has said, it's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problem longer. That means you always have to keep trying for solving any of the problem in the math till you get your answer correctly. Next is keep practicing. That always I say that always keep practicing math. There is no other alternative to master the subject. And the another one and the last tip is do your homework and your worksheets regularly. So that will help you to revise the topic that you have learned, and doing the same you will practice also. So always remember these 3 tips for mastering the math, that is keep trying, keep practicing, and do your homework and worksheets regularly. Thank you, students. So here today we are ending this session.